Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. A Treasury OIG report has found that the United States Mint practices are deficient. Let's explore. This comes to us from coinworld.com. Interesting study here, and an audit by the Treasury Department's Office of Inspector General has found that the United States Mint's handling of raw materials for making U.S. coins and its redemption procedures for uncurrent and mutilated coins are deficient. And fascinating indeed. The auditors found, according to this 57-page audit report, which was released on the 18th of August, that the Bureau relies mainly on its material suppliers for raw materials quality assurance of circulating coins. Auditors also concluded that the ability to identify counterfeit coins submitted under the Mutilated Coin Redemption Program was lacking. The Mint suspended its Mutilated Coin Redemption Program 2 years ago after OIG officials notified the Mint of problems, and it remains suspended. The OIG audit does not identify the material suppliers by name. However, the U.S. Mint contracts with 3 material suppliers for the base metals that are processed to become circulating U.S. coins. Zardin Zinc Products in Greensville, Tennessee, supplies the Mint with ready-to-strike copper-plated zinc planchets for making Lincoln cents. The cent planchets already have upset or raised rims and can immediately be fed into the coinage presses for production into circulating coins. That's interesting. I did not know that. Fascinating. For other circulation quality coinage, PMX Industries in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Olin Brass in East Alton, Illinois, supply the U.S. Mint with metal coils weighing several tons each of the proper compositions. The Mint punches the blanks from these coils, then transforms the blanks into planchets ready for striking by deburring the edges, annealing the blanks, and forming raised rims through a process called upsetting. For Jefferson 5-cent coin planchets, coils comprised of homogeneous alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel are used. Copper-nickel clad coils comprising an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel that are bonded on both sides of a core of pure copper and rolled into the proper thickness are used to punch blanks for the Roosevelt dimes, America the Beautiful quarter dollars, and Kennedy half dollars. Coils are supplied for the manganese brass-clad dollar coins struck in circulation quality, however not circulated, which include the American Innovation and Native American dollar series. The OIG audit found that quality issues with raw materials occurred infrequently. However, the Mint failed to consistently conduct quality management assessments to assure the integrity of the weight and quality of the materials provided. So that's interesting indeed. I guess they just put too much faith, so they were deficient in the supplier. When we ask for the date the Mint last conducted a quality management system assessment, which includes a material supplier's site visit or documentation review, neither the Mint nor its material suppliers could provide a time when one had been conducted. They may have never conducted one. In fact, Mint officials and material suppliers could not recall any on-site inspections for reviews of the material suppliers' QMSs by the Mint within the last 5 years. Mint officials responded that inspections of material suppliers on-site were inhibited because of travel restrictions due to budget constraints. I guess I can't blame it completely on the coronavirus, right? While OIG auditors acknowledge circulation raw materials and inspected and tested at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, not all materials relative to coin production were tested before use. We found that the Mint's inspection and testing of raw materials, including documentation and procedures between Mint facilities, were inconsistent or absent, and that neither Mint facility validates the quantity of circulating coin raw materials received according to an OIG audit. The most problematic material quality issuer experience was delamination, the separation of the outer layer of a coin or blank due to incomplete bonding or impurities, a problem more likely to occur during the stresses imposed by striking. The OIG report noted that 46 out of the 80 non-conformance reports from fiscal year 2015 through 2017 were related to delamination issues, either at the striking phase or at receipt of coil material. The reports addressed a total of 43,000 coils across all denominations for which circulating coinage are produced. The Mint is responsible for conducting quality assurance tests on coupons, rectangular pieces of metal cut from each individual coil. Despite requirements that all coil coupons be tested, OIG auditors found that roughly 13% were tested, with most of the tests conducted a week after receipt of the respective coil. Philadelphia Mint officials told OIG auditors that 1 in 6 coil coupons were tested. Denver Mint officials claimed all coil coupons were tested, but no validating documentation was maintained to support the assertion. The OIG's investigation determined the U.S. Mint was unable to trace production problems back to specific coils because coils were not individually marked, but recorded as a group lot. The U.S. Mint management stated in response that the Bureau currently does accurately trace coils to the blanking press by their original coil and lot identifications as given by the suppliers. Testing and inspection procedures were not consistent between the production facilities or non-existent according to the OIG. This includes chemical testing and delamination testing of coil coupons. But this story may be much ado about nothing on this part anyway, because how often do you find error coins out there where there's been delamination? They're usually caught in time and not much reported about. And my guess is either this precipitated this audit because they found it in-house and caught him, and maybe that's what happened. We just didn't know about it until now. So coin redemption. The OIG determined that the U.S. Mint's controls over its mutilated coin and uncurrent programs were deficient. The U.S. Mint resumed its mutilated coin program redemption program without finalizing or following a draft standard operating procedure, according to the OIG. Mutilated coins are bent or partial U.S. coins. Uncurrent coins are defined as whole U.S. coins, which are merely worn or reduced in weight by natural abrasion, yet are readily, clearly recognizable as to the genuineness and denomination of which are machine countable. Uncurrent coins should only be redeemed at Federal Reserve banks and branches. The mutilated coin redemption program is currently suspended, according to the U.S. spokesman, September the 9th. So now counterfeit coins. A portion of the report addresses problems in identifying counterfeit coins submitted for redemption. Specifically, through the SOP acceptance criteria, identifies counterfeit coins as an unacceptable item. The draft SOP failed to require any test or use any subject matter experts to make this determination. Now, that's probably one of the biggest failures, according to the OIG audit. As a result, we found the Mint processed the mutilated coin redemptions without the capability to authenticate the genuineness of the coins. We also found that there were no formal SOPs over the uncurrent coin redemption process. As a result of these deficiencies, the genuineness and recycling of coins redeemed through the Mint's coin exchange program cannot be assured. These deficiencies expose the Mint to the risk of paying out tens of millions of dollars of non-genuine U.S. coinage, as well as not being able to ensure that these coins are being melted and recycled. Because of alleged fraud in the mutilated coin redemption program involving the submission of counterfeit coins, the U.S. Mint first suspended the program in 2015. So it's had some trouble in the past. After new regulations were developed, the program was resumed in January of 2018. OIG notified the U.S. Mint officials in August of 2018 of deficiencies in the coin redemption programs. The mutilated coin redemption program was suspended again in May 2019. Among other measures to strengthen the security of the mutilated coin redemption program, bulk redeemers of more than 5,000 pounds of mutilated coins annually were required to undergo a certification process, including background investigation. Financial statement audits and on-site inspections of the applicants were not conducted in many instances, according to the OIG. One background investigation provided to the Mint found that a bulk redeemer was located at the same address as a massage parlor from which the Mint accepted possession of 30,000 pounds of coins to be redeemed. Wow. The OIG determined that high-risk individuals were being approved as redeemers. Man, I tell you what. During August 2018, the U.S. Mint received approximately 450,000 pounds of mutilated coins for redemption. While Mint personnel visually inspected the submissions of mutilated coins, the personnel were largely unaware of the specific receiving and stamping requirements in the Mint's standard operating procedures, according to the OIG report. Further, the U.S. Mint does not have a standard operating procedure for redeeming uncurrent coins, but instead relies on the Federal Reserve to determine authenticity. OIG auditors observed one material supplier processing containers during mutilated coin redemption. Instances were noted in which coins returned appeared to be mixed with foreign contaminants or material otherwise unrecognizable as genuine U.S. currency, maybe even foreign coins. Hey, if you're going to have the Federal Reserve determine authenticity, well, shoot, what's authentic about printing and digitizing a bunch of dollar bills anyway? Not much authenticated about that, so seems to be not the best institution to do that, in my opinion. The Mint relies on its material suppliers to tell the Mint if the chemical composition is incorrect when the redeemed coins are melted. An inspection from a sample of 500 mutilated coins indicated a large number with the same peeling, blistering, or other disfigurement, bringing into question the coin's authenticity, according to the OIG. The Mint already incurs a loss on the mutilated coin redemption program because the Mint pays face value for the redeemed coins and receives only scrap value for the coins from its material suppliers when the coins are recycled, according to the OIG audit, further exposing the Mint to additional losses as the Mint is paying out tens of millions of dollars for non-genuine U.S. coinage by not being able to completely authenticate U.S. coinage. Wow. Very, very interesting indeed to see how this is the eye-opening report. Now, here's some photographs of some of the coils we're talking about and some of the mutilated. You've heard of that waffling going on. That's kind of what you see up there. And there's the blanks. But, here's the thing. It's, people are wondering about this. And it's the next question that one would ask naturally is, what about its bullion program? Well, more than likely, those are scrutinized much more closely. So likely that's not happening. But if it's happening on the base metal level, it does leave some to question to see if perhaps maybe they're not being as thorough as they should for the precious metal side as well. Even the U.S. Mint can make mistakes in this regard. And I tell you what, some of the circulation quality coins we've been seeing lately have been a little bit lackluster just from the striking and everything, and some of that could be because of the delamination and other factors that we're referring to. We'll see. But nonetheless, there it is. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. Would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.